Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Hope all is well, and in this one we're going to take a close look on Popcaan rise to stardom and the struggles and obstacles that he had to overcome to be where he is today, which is one of the biggest dancehall artists, local and international. So if you're a Popcaan fan, this is where you need to be. So take a break from whatever you're doing and just immerse yourself into this video.
Pancho Kali fa yeah. I represent for Dancehall Info. You don't know anything go. Anything we say full stop and connect bullseye bingo. Yeah.
Andre U. Sutherland, known world over as Popcaan, was born in St. Thomas, Jamaica and grew up in Portmore. He was raised in a housing scheme. He described his childhood as rough, having to stop attending school due to street drama surrounding his town. His stage name Popcaan was bestowed upon him by his close friend Skumpy, who died to street violence in Portmore. In 2007, Popcaan approached Vybz Kartel at a local party called My Scheme. At that time, Vybz Kartel also had a song called My Scheme. Vybz Kartel recruited him to his Portmore Empire music group, becoming both a producer and mentor. Besides showing Popcaan the ropes of the music game, Kartel took him on major shows like Sting and Reggae Sumfest. Popcaan began making music for Adi Jain production with then announced producer Not Nice, the first person to voice him professionally. He got off to a start with Gal Wine and the Gal Farm Rhythm, following up with It's Included, It No Work So, and Jaja Protect Me, and Gangsta City, Dream, and Hot Grabber. Hot Grabber, Hot Grabber, Hot Grabber. But his real breakthrough came in 2010 with Clarks, a collaboration with Vybz Kartel. The success of the song caused a nationwide spike in the sale of the British shoe in 2010. Popcaan received the EME Award for Best New Male Artist and Collaboration of the Year for Clarks, which also was the Song of the Year in Dancehall. In January 2012, Popcaan released a new mixtape, Yai Change, the follow-up to his 2010 mixtape Hot Skull Fry Yai Wild Brains. In March, Only Man She Want gave Popcaan his first Billboard entry at number 89 on the Hot R&B hip-hop song charts. The song was later remixed by international rap star Busta Rhymes. Popcaan was also featured in the New York Times, speaking on the growing impact of Only Man She Want. Me are the only man she want. Yeah man, that one that did bad people. At the Youth View Awards in 2013, Popcaan won 3 awards, and the Youth View Awards is an award kept in Jamaica for the musicians and entertainers. He won for Favorite Summer Song and Local Chart-Topping Song of the Year for Raving and Young Hot and Hype Male Artist of the Year. Popcaan has toured the world since in Europe, Canada, and the Caribbean and South American region. While in Canada, Popcaan connected with Canadian rapper Drake, who expressed his admiration. In 2013, Popcaan released the video for Unruly Rave, which was shot in Toronto, Ontario, and directed by October's very own label head, Nico. And for those who don't know, October's very own is the long form name for OVO. Popcaan was also featured on Pusha T's song Blacker in 2012, and his voice was sampled by Kanye West on Yeezus in 2013. In 2014, Popcaan signed to Mixpac Records for a multi-record deal. His debut studio album, Where We Come From, was released on Mixpac June 10, 2014. The project was produced by Dre Skull. The first single from the album, Everything Nice, was produced by Double Dutch and released on October 1st, 2013. It entered the Billboard Top Reggae Album charts at number 2, and the video gained over 5 million views on YouTube. In the same June of 2014, Popcaan made his first appearance on the cover of The Feather in its 92nd issue. He featured on Melissa Steele's single, Kisses for Breakfast, which was a top 10 hit in the UK in August of 2014. In September 2014, he was nominated for a Mobo Awards in the Best Reggae Act category, his 4th consecutive nomination, and he has won the Mobo Award twice, 2015 and 2016. In May 2015, Popcaan was featured on Jamie XX There's Gonna Be Good Times with American rapper Young Thug. In January 2016, Popcaan was featured on English electronic music duo Aluna George single I'm in Control. On March 29 of that same year, a song titled Controller by Drake was leaked, with Popcaan being featured on it. A version without Popcaan was later featured on Drake's fourth studio album, Views. Legend still has it that it was because Popcaan verse was better than all of Drake's verses combined. That is the reason why it was omitted from the song. Back then I scoffed at it. But it's a good verse, don't get me wrong. But back then I really scoffed at it, at the thought of Drake omitting the verse because it's better than his. But knowing the real Drake now, 10 years after, I got to rethink. Anyway, Drake is still my artist. In June, that same year of 2016, Popcaan made his first UK appearance alongside Mixpac for the annual Red Bull Culture Clash and won the clash over Wiz Khalifa and the Taylor Gang, Eskimo Dance and UKG All-Stars. In March 2017, Popcaan performed guest vocals for the Gorillaz track Saturn Bars off the album Humans. The track reached number 5 on the Billboard Hot Rock Song Chart. He also spent time in Europe as the opening act on Drake's Boy Meet World Tour. Popcaan announced his second album Forever on the 11th of May 2018. It was preceded by singles Body So Good, Wine For Me, and Firm and Strong. The album was released on the 20th of July and premiered on a live stream hosted by Boiler Room. Popcaan headlined Reggae Sumfest the following day. Forever entered the Billboard Reggae album charts at number 2. On the 23rd of December 2018, Drake announced that Popcaan would be signed to OVO Sound and Warner Records. Popcaan's third album, Vanquish, released on the 19th of December 2019, was the first project produced with OVO Sounds. Popcaan's fourth album, Fixtape, was released on the 7th of August 2020. It included the Drake collaboration All I Need and Twist and Turn featuring Party Next Door. On the 16th of October 2020, Popcaan joined forces with OVO affiliate Preem for the EP Link Up, which featured Wiz Khalifa, Davido, Beam, and French Montana. On the 27th of January 2023, Popcaan released his fifth studio album, Great Z, on OVO Sound. The album debuted on the Billboard Reggae Album chart at number 3. In life, there's a saying that says nothing come easy. And for all those achievements and accolades I've presented for Popcaan, I can attest from an outsider looking in, it was not easy. If I could be honest, I thought Popcaan would have break at one point and lost his way in the music business. But as I've always concluded, Popcaan made some solid conscious songs, and I think that's what saved his career. And that's just my point of view, okay? My point of view. And maybe it was what he was going through in his life that inspired him to write such songs. Like, for example, when Vybz Kartel just got locked up, he came under a lot of criticism for not sticking around Kartel. Notably, he went and signed with YVP Young Vybz Production, Jamie Roberts, the son of Patrick Roberts, the owner of Shocking Vibes Studio. In a recent interview on the Fix podcast, Kartel admitted that he was hurt when Popcaan went and signed with YVP. Well, understandably, anybody would feel hurt because, especially in a time like that, you would expect a friend to stick around, especially in a time like that. And if you look at it from another angle, maybe Popcaan was thinking about his freedom as well. So, same for the same. People were calling him sellout, and Vybz Kartel's sons at the time, I think they were 10 and 11 respectively, or 9 and 10 respectively. They were young at the time, and they did a song disrespecting Popcaan in it, saying they don't trust him. And at the time, everybody was speculating that it was written by Vybz Kartel, but in a recent interview with the Fix podcast, Vybz Kartel admitted that he didn't write the song, but he authorized it. And that last part says a lot. Authorize. You give it the go-ahead to go and play. You could have stopped it. So, basically, anybody with half a brain would understand Vybz Kartel and Popcaan wasn't any friend at that time. Even Sean Stamp, Vybz Kartel co-accused at the time and member of the Gaza did multiple songs shading Popcaan. Tommy Lee did songs with Vybz Kartel shading Popcaan. Black Rhino, another member of the Gaza as well, was throwing shades at Popcaan. They even clashed. They were supposed to clash at Sting, but it ended up that Popcaan cut the clash short by pushing or bouncing Black Rhino off the stage. Many would have crumbled under such pressure, but I think it made Popcaan stronger. To be fair, for someone who I know is not a lyricist, he held his own. Well, to be honest, not once did Popcaan openly disrespect Kartel, like calling him name and disrespecting him. He never did that once, but he threw a lot of shades, and the receipts are there, people. In the song called Family, he said he don't believe in friend killers, and that's a direct shade to Vybz Kartel. In the next song, Nah Fail, him say Hot Skull now been a jailer. Direct shade to Kartel that as well. And Vybz Kartel shade Popcaan a lot of time as well without calling his name. Like in the song Betray the Gaza Boss, he said, "Me no response for a boy when I remember what the world boss do for him." Direct shade to Popcaan. And he also went on to say, "Stop talk about Gaza, better wanna talk about Plaza. Uno I use my name for make money, but uno no rate Mr. Palmer." A direct shade to Popcaan, because Popcaan was talking about Gaza this, Gaza that, even when he know within himself, he wasn't around Kartel. The story of Vybz Kartel and Popcaan can fill a 1,000-page book, and we can't get into everything in this one video. That's got to be a video for itself. The thing is, Popcaan survived Vybz Kartel's scorn. Can't say for many other artists. After surviving the wrath of Kartel, Popcaan found himself in a heated battle between him and arguably the next best artist after Kartel. Who may attack? Movado. Some may put him before Kartel, but that's for our next video. It's reasonable to say that he started the beef after throwing shades in a song at Movado called "A We Still A Win." A line in it goes, "We don't know about league cause we play World Cup," and Movado was the only artist at the time that had songs referring to leagues, with a song called Big League and Them Not In A My League. And you could say this whole beef started because of Drake. Movado used to pour around Drake, then stopped because of some differences. Popcaan started to roll with Drake, and that's how it all started. Anyway, they traded blow for blows, lots of songs released by both artists, but the clash came to an premature end, with the streets saying Movado won. But Popcaan came out not as a loser, but somewhat a formidable force for standing up against the Gully God, and that's my opinion. After surviving Movado with his career still intact, a next artist attacked Popcaan, and this artist at one point was being heavily shaded by Popcaan, but he didn't get any response from the artist at that time. But maybe it's because this artist had a lot of other artists clashing with. I figured at that time he was focused on some other artists like Kartel and Kartel defenders. Which artist I'm talking about? I'm talking about Alkaline. And you could argue, in that period of dancehall, Alkaline was the hottest artist on the planet, bar none. And just to let you know, Movado and Alkaline was basically parring at that time. Them still parring till this day, but at that time, them just started par. At first, Alkaline released a song called Badness It Name. In it, a line says, "So the father, so the son did the same," referring to Vybz Kartel as Popcaan father and Popcaan as the son. What Alkaline was really referring is like he defeated Kartel earlier or recently in a clash, and now Movado come defeat Popcaan recently in a clash, as I explained earlier. Popcaan answer quick right away with a song called Stray Dog. Good song, not gonna lie, it have a classic-ish feel to it. Like it can be a dancehall classic. But the next song Alkaline released, called Microwave, was meticulously orchestrated for Popcaan down to the name of the song. To be honest, as far as I know, that song ended the clash. Yes, Alkaline won the clash hands down, but Popcaan got a dancehall classic in Stray Dog. So even though he got defeated, he still came out of the clash with something to show. A dancehall classic. After surviving Alkaline, the next heavy hitter was sizing up the unruly boss on his crosshair. Who am I talking about? Squash. After an audio of a private conversation of Popcaan calling Squash a homosexual and accusing him of appropriating his style and dance over the track done by Squash called Foot Move. Even though the conversation Popcaan was having was in confidence, in private, Squash didn't tell back. He publicly took to Instagram and disrespected Popcaan and threatened he knows his mom whereabouts. They traded insults back and forth over the internet. We all expected a clash, but till this day, it has not happened. And till this day, they still aren't friends. Not that I'm aware of. Valiant is a new generation, a new sensation on the dancehall scene, literally a product of a TikTok era. Catchy at a lie. Anyway, he burst onto the scene in a viral TikTok video that he wasn't even singing in. Anyway, he kept turning out crowd pleasers after crowd pleasers on a constant basis. Anyway, he had a grouse with Popcaan from the days of being in his group or his camp. In recent times, a video went viral on TikTok of Popcaan grabbing the mic from a young Valiant and telling him the crowd don't like him. But after getting his big break and fame, you think he would have lived past it, right? No, Valiant did the opposite. At one point, Valiant was trolling Popcaan with every chance he got. He even went as far and used the other artist's song to disrespect Popcaan. The song that I told you about earlier, Microwave by Alkaline. As I said, that song was a supernova. And in that period, Valiant was the hottest thing in dancehall. At one point, it got physical cause it even reached to a stage where Valiant and his producer DJ Mac was at a party, and it is alleged that Popcaan friends are, I don't want to say Popcaan was there as well, but the unruly squad paged them. Valiant took away himself, and DJ Mac, his producer, got the blunt of everything. He was assaulted, but the street said DJ Mac defended himself, and there's a Valiant called Valiant Run. Quadadan, Version, Jafras, Javinci, Unruly Cuz, Petro, these are all artists that was around Popcaan at some point, and they came out and spoke negatively about the 876 God. Popcaan spoke openly about feeling betrayed in the music business and some sort of jealousy projected at him. All those artists that I just named or mentioned, they're nowhere to be found, and Popcaan is still around. After all the character assassination and the tarnishing of reputation, the flag still flies high for the unruly nation. Presumably at one point, it could be logical to think that Popcaan could be thinking that the government was targeting him. At his annual show in St. Thomas, Popcaan got into an altercation with some police officers. Following the event, Popcaan was charged with the use of indecent language, disorderly conduct, using abusive language, issuing a threat to police officers, and breaches of the Noise Abatement Act. He pled guilty and paid the fines. A couple weeks later, the same thing happened again. Not basically the same thing, because this time he actually tussled with a police at a bike show. Of recent, it is rumored that he even tussled with Skatta at Freedom Street Party after basically doing something similar to what he did at Unruly Fest, but he hurled his disrespect at the promoter Skatta, and it is rumored that Skatta paged him backstage and people get boxed and baiting. It is rumored that Popcaan get boxed. Don't know how true it is. I know what you're saying in your mind right now. This artist is controversial, but what else? What else did you expect it? He's a protege of the controversial king himself, now recently crowned the dancehall pharaoh, dancehall king, Vybz Kartel. Remember to like and subscribe if you like what I just presented to you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.